Hello, this is going to be Rxbdemo B, I believe. It could be Rxbdemo C, I'm not sure of the look. Anyways, so this is Rxb 2015, and there's really no difference between 2015 and 2012 other than just a few changes in 2015. These are the documents. I've just re-upped them. So let's take a look at what we got here. If you hit 2 for Rxb, the first thing we have is any key. Now what that means is if I push 9 for disk 9, it will look for load program on disk 9, like it does right there. What we can do though is we can restart XB with this command here, call XB, and we can do the next demo, which is enter key. So if we hit enter and you get a black screen, hit enter key, it'll go to disk 1 utility 1 on the enter assembler and look for disk 1 utility 1. Now if we go back to XB using the period key, of course, you can use the next key, which it has right here is the comma. Now the comma does this. It loads disk 1 batch. It looks for disk 1 batch and then it finds it. I've got disk 1 batch there right now, so it sees it. Now if you see the screen blanking out right here, the reason for that is Rxb 2015. Because of the way user works, I had to reload more characters than normal. And because of that, Rxb will run TI basic. And I think I could have fixed it so it wouldn't do this, but it was going to slow down XB, so I kept it with blank in there. Though it's kind of a pain in the butt for, let's say, CallUser, it doesn't provide much of a problem for regular extended basic. If you do regular extended basic things, it won't be that much of a big deal because you don't do this that much. You don't run user that much. But anyway, so CallUser does work, and other than it does blank out every line and then reinstalls it. It's not actually clearing the screen. What it's doing instead is it is reinstalling all the character sets. So anyways, it's using the same routine that regular extended basic did, but because I'm doing more characters than they did, it has a tendency to do that number where it blanks out. So anyways, looking for a space bar right here for call key. So we can exit out of this just by by. So let's go back to the next one, which is the space bar. Now, in Rxb, when you hit the space bar, it bypasses extended basic load program. Regular extended basic doesn't do that. And by the way, this is something that kind of bugs me. If you press 2 for Rxb and then press the space bar, how much effort is it to press the space bar after you're ready to press 2 to select extended basic? I mean, if you go with extended basic, right? Let's just go with extended basic here. Switch cartridges to extended basic just to show you. Go to extended basic. It's going to find disk 1 load, right? If you hit the spacebar on Rxb, it'll bypass it. Extended basic will just go into the command mode. So you got one extra key to press. It took 1 second longer to do. I don't understand the problem with people complain about that. It's just silly beyond belief. If you can press the 2 to select extended basic, waiting another second to press the space bar is not going to kill you. Anyways, period keys, that's done. The next one is 0. So if we go call XB, press the 0. This is the same thing as we did this. Whoops. Whoops. WDS1 load. Okay, if you push the 0 key, it looks for WDS1 load. This works on the SCSI card, SCSI, the HFDC, and I think it works on the IDE card, and I think there's one other card it'll work with. All the hard drive cards, I think, have WDS1. You just put a load program on there, it'll do it. And something else that's involved is this program right here. Or just say boot. This program right here is much smaller than the normal extended basic load programs people use. Now you can load boot or you can load whatever you like, but that program, it will load quicker and faster than anybody else's, for the simple reason that it does it from Editor Assembler, for number one. For number two, because it does it from Editor Assembler, that puts you in another module. So you've actually pushed from Extended Basic module to the Editor Assembler module in RxB, which is even better because now you're in the environment that you need. So that's done. So anyways, I wanted to show you those things. I have the, this is the EditRich Editor Assembler 2015. As you can see, the screen is quite a bit different than what you're used to. Let's load up the REA document right now. So here we go. The Editor Assembler has things like set path. So set path, what we can do is like disk 1, or we can say disk 9 edit 1. 2 is disk 9 assembler 1, or you can use a hard drive if you want to. It doesn't really matter. So you use a hard drive or whatever. Let's say like disk 3 is disk 4. Let's go SRAND. Let's go disk 4 is disk 4 ORAND. Let's say 5 is disk 4 LRAND. And then we put our options in. Now I'm using the GPL assembler, so I'm going to use the GPL assembler settings. If you were using the editor assembler, you use the editor assembler settings. Now, then we've got our setup, and we're all set up here. So let's say we want to run a file. If you just hit A for assembler, or if you hit G for assembler, or honestly, you can hit 2. 2 also works because it thinks that you're using assembler. So I kept the same key presses. So if you just happen to like the key press 2 for assembler, and you like the key press, let's say, editor. If you press 1, you can get editor. And we can load a file. Now, because it's loaded already in the path, when we set our paths, we already have the path and the file set. So this speeds up a lot of your work of switching back and forth, which is the reason why I did this. You can switch back and forth from editor to assembler because you're usually working on the same program over and over again, and it saves the same file name over and over again. So if you have to switch, you're going to have to type in object. I mean, if you're going to switch, you're still going to have to switch over and change object and load and the list file anyway. So there is no more typing. You actually have less typing involved with this than you do the old way of doing it. And you still have the old version of like X program, like oops, let's go back. Like we can say X, and we can do an extended basic program like disk, let's say disk 9 load, and you can still go back to that. You know, load a program. There you go. So, anyways, that's one of the things I wanted to do. So we're back in Editor Assembler now. We still have the other options. Like if you want 3, if you press 3, you still get load and run. You can press L, you can push 3. If the program file image, you can still press 5, and you still get program image. So I've tried to be as smart as possible so that I've kept with. I like to make every project that I do be kind of like auto-intelligent, and that's what I've tried to do with this. I've tried to make everything as auto-intelligent as possible. Oh, by the way, the directory you can do like, let's say like 4. Let's say we switch files here. Like if you push the left and right key, it automatically runs the arrow up and down. But you probably already know that. So let's say we're going to use this file right here. Hit enter. Now if we go to setup, look, it changed the file. The directory put this file in. So if we wanted to, we could put in the setup and change the object in the list file for the new file we're working at. So it's one step you have to do less. So anyways, that's the to package so far. This is just the title screens for both of them. That's all I wanted to do. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye.